Hey everyone, how you doing today? My name's Kirsty, aka Beth Bookish, and on today's video we're talking through my November bullet journal setup. If you've been around here a while, hi, you know me, you know what's coming up in November and day after tomorrow in fact. But if you are new, hello, hi, my name's Kirsty. I mostly talk about books and bookish stuff on this channel, but I do really want to do more with my journaling. But in November I am going to Australia and I'll be staying there for 3 months. And so my planning is kind of slightly different this month to normal. So I'm just taking you through October. You can see this was the setup. If you want to see these blank, please do go to my October setup video and you can see. But this is what everything is looking like now that I'm at the end of the month and we've finished everything. So I did get pretty much everything done that I wanted to get done. I've got sort of a list of things I needed to do. Those are all done now. That's for when I'm in Australia. I've got my health and medication. This is what it will look like when it's all filled in. So you can see sort of, I can take this all to the doctor and be like, here's a snapshot of how everything went this month. You can see I've got like my little health chart and then I just keep track of how much of each medication I'm taking. We have my hobbies and then some memories. So obviously the biggest memory is the fact that I got everything packed and ready. I've got a new favourite K-drama, I've got some new K-pop stuff that I've added, and I finally got out of a 3-month-long reading slump. I've got my little why did I smile today, multiple things, but my favourite little thing is this cat here where he's looking like this. And I just put me every time I realise I'm in Australia next month. And then finally this only got filled in yesterday, but we have the music that I listen to the most. And as you can see, to no surprise, there is mostly K-pop. What did surprise me though is that Linkin Park, with one of their new singles, Heavy as the Crown, which is the theme for this year's League of Legends World Tournament, that was the most played. I didn't realise they played it quite that much. But we've got The Kingdom, Stray Kids, Dreamcatcher. It is actually the first time, I think, in over a year that 80s has not been in my top songs of any month, which is weird. And then we have like my little reflection of where I'm at the end of the month. So I filled all that in. But we are here for November. So this is November's spread. Because I'm not going to be in the country, I'm going to be in Australia where they're going into summer, but I felt wrong doing a summer theme. So I did my usual, I did kind of like an autumnal one, and I got these beautiful stickers from Julianne Doodles, who I've talked about a few times on this channel, but last year Ren and I ordered some of her stickers, and just look at the cutie, it's like these little mushroom tea party stickers, and so I've been using these throughout. I've also got this gorgeous washi tape that I love. It's got like foiling, and then I played around with this kind of having a textured background, but we just have our, I think it's quite clean and quite fresh and nice. And then as always, I like to have a little quote every month, so we've got, it's a perfect day for a nice warm cup of tea. Not sure how many times I'm going to think that in Australia with it being 30 degrees already, but we shall see. My month at a glance, we've obviously got my big goal, which is planning and prepping for Bookmas. If you are new to my channel or you don't know what Bookmas is, it was created by Hayley from Hayley in Bookland. And the idea is, instead of doing Vlogmas, which is to post a video every single day of December, she does Bookmas, so it's kind of similar to Vlogmas, but it's just focusing on bookish content and book stuff. I've done that for the past 2-3 years. I've never succeeded in doing every single day in December, and that won't be happening this year either. But it's nice to know that I've got it, and I have already, even though it's only the 2nd of November as I'm filming this, I've already filmed 2 videos for it that I could do before I leave, because they require holding up physical copies of books that I own, so I've done that. But we've got leaving the UK, which as I'm filming is the day after tomorrow. I've got arriving in Australia the following day. The first weekend I arrive, we've got a couple of events. We've got the Adelaide Rally, we're seeing Professor Alice Roberts, and I think it's quite hilarious. I'm going all the way to Australia to see an English professor's talk. Again, we've got these really super cute stickers that go with this mushroom theme, and I think they're just so cute. Then I did like a little, as always, I have a notes page and a to-do. I did the to-do page first, and originally I just did the square, the box, and then I was like, hey, let's decorate it to make it look like branches and twigs that have lost their leaves. And then I thought, well, why don't I do on the other side? So we've got, you know, in summer we've got all the green leaves and everything's sort of alive and fresh, and then we have autumn where all the leaves are falling and there's a little pile of leaves on the bottom. And I just thought it was a nice little effect. And then again, I've done the thing where I've just ripped up bits of paper and written the titles. For health and medication, you can see I've already started to fill it, because even though I prepared this in the middle of October, did I remember to film it? Of course I didn't, it's me. But again, I've just tried to keep it a little bit more simple. I've not really tried to do any doodling. I've just used washi tape and stickers to create these nice little spreads. So again, we've got like my medical symptoms that I have, and then the medication that I take, and then I'll keep track at the end of the month. I'll make a note of how many I've taken and things. Note, so because I've been a bit sick this week, at first I thought it was just a cold, and then it got a lot worse, so I thought maybe it was my tonsils. That cleared up really quickly, but I still had a lot of really bad symptoms. So I did take a COVID test, which came back negative. I've taken a second one today just to confirm, and it is still negative. So at least I know that this is just a cold, and I am thankfully now in the recovery stages of that. But that was a bit of a rough week going, I leave in 7 days and I have a cold. Oh no. But I seem to be okay now, or better. And I should be fine for Monday, which is great. This is where things are a little bit different. Typically I would do my hobbies and memories on a double spread, and then I do a 2-page line a day, what made me smile. This time around I'm changing it because I know I'm going to be with Ren. I'm going to be smiling a lot. I'm going to have a lot of things to talk about, but I also feel like we're going to be doing a lot of TV and a lot of catching up on things that we want to watch. So that's why with my hobbies, I've also taken out one of my hobbies. I've taken out art. I usually have art in there, but I've taken that out because I'm not really going to be doing a lot of art while I'm there, because I'm going to be doing other things. So instead I've just got Genshin Impact, Sims, so I've got 2 types of gaming, YouTube, reading and dance, because one thing that Ren and I have agreed we would like to do is some exercise, and we both want to kind of work on our fitness a bit while I'm over there and like use each other to motivate ourselves. And then I've done an entire page that will just be to things that we watch. Like, I know for a fact we need to watch the Bluey episode, The Sign, because I've seen it, Ren hasn't. So we need to watch that. I know that we want to watch a couple of K-drama together, and there's just some various bits and pieces that we want to get watched. We've got plans to do like a Summerween week. One week we're going to set up and watch like Beetlejuice and read horror and do like our own version of Summerween. It's going to be great. And then I've done for the memories, so today I smiled because, and I've just done a smaller instead of doing 2 pages, because I don't always remember to fill it. And as you saw with February's, I did have a lot of unused space. I think March was the same. Almost an entire page, and I just see that as wasted space. So I would rather have too many things to write and not enough space than waste pages. And then I've done these little memories. I tried to make them in the similar shapes to, like, with, you've got this mushroom here. So I did this mushroom shape. You've got this mushroom sticker somewhere. This mushroom sticker here. So I did that mushroom. So I tried to make them vaguely mushroomy shaped. But obviously November there's going to be a lot of memories, because obviously it's my first time in Australia. First time I get to see Ren's niece doing her dancing. It's going to be the first time, you know, that I get to meet Max. There's just so much going on. There's going to be a lot of memories. I almost wish I'd done a double page spread for these, but it's fine. And then we have my usual at the end of November wrap up. So my most played music, and then reflecting how I'm feeling, etc. And that's all I got. And then I've got just enough pages to set up for Christmas and December to get me through. So thanks to my big slump earlier in the year where I didn't do any journaling for about 5 months, it's meant that I now have just enough space to finish off the year in this journal. And then I've already started setting up and prepping for my next journal for next year, where I've decided to have a much heavier focus on my actual business side of things. But that is stuff I will talk about in one of my Bookmas videos. So yeah, that is just a very simple and easy setup. I pretty much do the exact same layout every month because it's a layout that works for me. It tells me what I'm doing, it tells me where I'm going, it gives me a running sort of to-do list and aims. I can track my medication. I can, when I go to the neurologist, I can just photocopy all of the medical stuff and just give them a little document and be like, here's everything that I've got. And it also has some bits in there for like personal reflection, memory keeping, without becoming a full-blown sort of Dear Diary, this is what I did today kind of thing. And yeah, it just gives me a bit of function, but also a little bit of stuff to look back on, because ultimately I like with my bullet journals to be able to go back through and they're not just about planning and what I did. I like to be able to actually see where was I at this moment in time, like mentally. And I feel like the way that I've set everything up each month does that for me. So yeah, that is my November setup. Let me know in the comments if you liked these spreads, and if you've done your own theme, let me know. Even leave a link below if you have a link to any videos you've done for your bullet journals. I always love checking out what everyone else has done. But in the meantime, I hope you're all good. I hope you're staying safe. Leave me a little mushroom in the comments if you've got nothing else to say, and I'll see you next time from Australia. Bye!